on, guys? If you remember my last video, it was about tubolitos and how I've lost my confidence in them. You know what the best thing to do is when you lose confidence in something? You go out and you spend more money on something you aren't even sure is better, but you think it is. And that's where we come to Bluetech Ultralight Tube. Now, I found these tubes by accident online while looking up tubolitos, and what totally blew my mind, well, not really blew my mind, but confusing was these things are made in Germany, yeah? And I had to buy them in France because I couldn't find them in Germany. And as you can see by the packaging, they came from France because France hates sending anything in one piece. So they completely crushed it, and I paid €8 shipping for this. So anyway, let's get to the tube. So I've been a huge supporter of tubolito for a long time. I really love that they're light and it makes the riding experience a lot better. I do ride them on every version of my bike at some time now, but since the current problems and the ongoing problems I have with the tubes, I've stopped using them, especially on the cargo bikes. I've had nothing but problems with the tubes on the cargo bikes. They just don't hold, and I don't know why. So, other problems I've been having. I've had problems that the valve is broken. I've had a problem that the part of the tube that is stuck together will either form a bubble or break, or they just rub in the tube tire and they form holes. So they're not always as durable. On the other hand, I have done monster hang-ups with the tubes and nothing's happened. And other times I've been getting a flat tire from a thorn like a normal tube. So I couldn't find that much information about Bluetech, besides that it's made in Germany, you can't find it anywhere. I did find one rider on Instagram. He rides them for race riding, and I think I ride some pump track. I like to ride some trails. Skate park, we'll see in the future if they hold up to hang-ups and other things, and maybe even street riding. The crazy thing about these is when I read, this is the OS 20 times 1.4 to 2.5, so it's an oversized one. And this is the normal BMX one with the American valve and with the Pesto valve. So it's going to be a little bit weird riding with these, but when I checked them online, this weighs a little bit over 60 grams, and this supposedly weighs about 40 grams. So I'm saving front and back another 40 grams of weight. Just the question is, will it hold up? Oh, and if you're wondering how much I paid for these, they aren't very much cheaper than these. They were on sale for €28.50. Yeah, you heard that right. And I don't know, just kind of stoked to see what happens. We're going to miss out on the little bit of the flex here with the orange valve, but see what the flex is going on here. So what we're going to do is first weigh the tubes, and then you can see what is actually what weight, the BMX tube or the Bluetech super light tube. So let's see. Let's find out who was telling the truth. Are these the lightest, or are Bluetech really the lightest of all time? We're going to start off with the tubolito, and it is weighing in, like they say, 62 grams. Very good. And the moment of truth, 42. So exactly 20 grams difference. That is a lot of grammage for spinning weight. So there you go. So the next thing we want to do is we're going to pump this up and just see how it looks pumped up, especially with the clear. That's going to be pretty interesting. So let's pump this tube up and see what it looks like. So the first thing I have to say about this, it is super thin. I mean, it is really thin. I thought the tubolitos were thin, but they have more of this silicone feel, and this feels like a rubber tube. Yeah. So yeah, I am wondering how this will go. As you can see, the tube right here is stuck together. It looks, at least right now, really cheap. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, how it's attached together, because it's sort of just stuck together. I wonder if that'll hold. On the other hand, you have the tubolito version. Actually, I just unpack it now. oh, of course, it's right in my face, is that, I mean, it's not very much better than this one. They just overlap it and then like stick it together, and it most of the time sticks. On the thinner tubes, on the 29ers, they usually formed a little bubble, and I had them at least replaced 4 times, but they were really nice at Tubolito, and they sent me new ones without a problem. But yeah, on the BMX ones, they have actually hold. It wasn't so bad. So I don't know. This is stuck together, as you can see, stuck together, and sort of stuck together. But I'm really, really wondering if this is going to hold. The other thing is, here we go. The other part is, the valve is actually really nice. This worries me though. This is a little bit weird. The valve looks really high quality. And then you have the little O-ring that's going to go on the valve once you stick it through the rim hole. And then you got the little cap. But we're not going to use that because that's too much weight. Yeah. So I'm going to put this in my bike and see how it fits. But yeah, clear color, pretty cool looking. So there you have it. Mounted 5 bars. That's another question I'm going to ask myself is, what I noticed with Tubolito, I usually ride 4 bars, and then I started riding 5 because it just felt a little bit soft, a little bit, the tube would really, you could sort of feel it wasn't as stable as a normal rubber tube. So since these are even thinner, I did put them up to 5 just to see. Pretty hard. Seems to be good. Looks cool. You know, you got the little rubber thing that sort of holds it up. I wonder if that'll hold. I mean, the valve is made of metal, which is kind of nice. But there we go. Back wheel and mounted. Not going to lie, the black valves do look better than the orange valves. So, my final thought on Bluetech ultralight tube is, I'm not sure. I guess I can honestly say I'm a little bit worried because they're very thin. Very, very thin. I think street riding, I don't think they're going to hold up. I think one little piece of glass or anything like that is going to go right through the tube. They're way too thin. I think for trails and pump track, since that's what they're being used for on racetracks, you'll probably be safe. I really don't think they'll hold up if you do a hang-up anywhere on a skate park. I think they're going to pop pretty easy, so that's my thought. I don't think they're going to hold up in the end beyond if you're doing some pump track and you never touch the ground anywhere else, and there are no rocks anywhere or on any trails, and you ride super clean. But I'm also excited to see how they hold up. Will they be worse or will they be better in the long run as Tubolitos? I don't know, but I will try them on street and skate park and pump track and trails. And I'll get back to you guys during the summer when the weather finally gets nice here, I hope, and get back to you and tell you, did the Bluetech ultralight tube hold up? Fingers crossed. So, until next time, take it easy.